All right, everyone, here we go with a Friday reading. I love the Friday reading, and I love the weekly reading. I say that all the time because they're the two most powerful readings I do. It's an all signs reading exploded on the table. This is the Friday reading where I ask, I don't clarify, but I ask, what's your person thinking and feeling? And this is, well, this is the 1111 portal, isn't it? I'm sitting right on top of it as I pull this reading. Oh, how about that? Okay, there's a paragraph in the description at the top as to why there's no timestamps here for any new people. The rest of you, you know the drill, right? Watch everything. It's just an exploded all signs reading. That's it. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here, you found Steve's Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. Now, we ask what your person's thinking and feeling here on the Friday reading. Tomorrow, we clarify, we specify the coming week, and we ask what actions they're likely to take. This is actually rather fitting to do this reading today on top of the 1111 portal. Why? Well, here's my pre-shuffle. It's just two cards, really. It's the moon crossed by the 3 of cups. It's just the surface energy. I didn't like this. I got this on my first shuffle for your pre-shuffle. And I didn't like it. I thought it was vague. I said, universe, give me something else. So I shuffled and I shuffled and I shuffled and it came back. So that's a repeating message. You're going to have to take my word for that. I don't really care whether you'll take it or not. It's actually what happened. And it actually sums up the 1111 portal beautifully, which I pulled on, of course. So it makes sense. It's the moon, stuff coming up from the depths, the darkness, the stuff that we keep hidden in the shadows. Crossed by the 3 of cups, 3, a very powerful energy of the flow of emotion, the flow of water. It's all there for them to see. The Sesame Street Hierophant, as we called it in the 1111 reading, is doing its job. It's got Muppets involved, everything, all the spiritual stuff, why this connection is important, what they did wrong, all of it is there. It's all on the surface. This is surface energy. So what's been hidden is coming to the surface, and it's flowing. And it's flowing majorly like Whitewater River. Not the calm river part that you just lazily lay in your little inner tube. No, the part where you're screaming for your dear life as you're, oh my God, I hope there's not a waterfall. Is that a waterfall? It's like that. Okay? That's why it came back twice. The universe said, nope, I'm not going to give you another couple of cards, Steve. It said, nope, those are your cards. Deal with it, buddy. Okay. Let's give the deck a final shuffle. Let's do one card for each sign, and let's see where we go. Remember, everything matters here. Especially today, because it's the 1111 portal. For most of you, I'm not an astrologer, and this ain't your horoscope. About 9 of the 12 cards will resonate. Write down what resonates for whatever sign I'm talking about. Don't matter. You're all part of a cycle. You're all stuck in a room together. That's why cycles are so easy to pull on, because in general readings, because you take something like a singles read, that's tricky because you fly outside the cycle, and each one of you is your own little energy, right? But now you're in your own little room, but now you're all in the same room. Pulling on cycles is a piece of cake for general readings. It's the singles ones that are tricky, where it's like it's probably for like 10 people watching, kind of thing like that. All right. Here we go. I'm ready. Overall energy of everything, and I mean every fucking thing that's going to fall on the table, is the perfect card being on top of the 1111 portal. It's not the Hierophant. No, that would be a little too perfect. It's the Student, the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, I believe it. Underneath that 3 of Cups in the pre-shuffle was an 8 of Pentacles. Someone working towards, dealing with all this stuff, putting in the work, right? Having to process through it. Someone processing through paperwork and all of that, with all that stuff that's coming up from the depths. It's like the universe walked up to them at their desk and dropped a pile of files and said, sort through this, right? Well, here's our student right here. Let's hope they're paying attention. I like it. This is communication, but it is mostly in what they're thinking and feeling right now. It's a whole lot of, oh shit, I fucked up. So let's go. Our story starts with Aries. It ends with Pisces. All right? Everything matters. And let me worry about what's tied with what and whatever. I incorporate that as I read the reading. Your job is to enjoy the reading. Mine is to get the headache, because these energies crisscross like crazy here, which is in part why I don't do timestamps, because if I pulled on Gemini, for example, you clicked on Gemini, I'd have to tell Gemini 4 other signs to go watch. And half the people wouldn't do it, because they don't, what, that's not right, that's not in my chart. And that's what they sound like. Right here. It doesn't matter if it's in your chart. I don't give a fuck about your chart. I'm an energy reader. Right here. Aries. 9 of Swords. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Somebody just walked up and put a pile of files on their desk and said, sort through this. Okay. Everything that's coming up from the depths, right? All of it is driving them batshit crazy. This is, somebody here is, our reading starts, our story begins with a person in turmoil. If this was a book, it would open with the line, we find our character in turmoil, not able to sleep, up all night. Look at that, it's a Steve Love Tarot audio book. My God. Oh, that'd be fun, wouldn't it? Have me read classic books and add some Steve-isms and swears. Oh, that'd be great. My God. I would listen to that audio book. All right. Yeah. Somebody, going crazy, anxiety. I'll give you that. What they're thinking and feeling about you right now is, oh shit. Oh my God, I do love them. Oh, and I didn't do anything about it. Now I'm stuck in here. Oh, it's just all of that. All of that and more. Taurus, Ace of Pentacles. Somebody's realizing that they're not going to have any kind of real new beginning until they sort out something with you. Okay, that's the easiest way I can phrase that energy. Now, in the Taurus angle, it's always somebody who's too much in their ego. They've got past shit they never dealt with, so they've got a lot of baggage. So their ego, they may have run from you, they may have left you, right? Taurus is most likely the sign where they were already with the person. For a good number of them, that's the case. And then they just left for for greener pastures. Somebody is realizing that they're not going to have a solid beginning unless they sort something out with you. And that's with the 1111 portal right now, the Sesame Street Hierophant is showing them. It's also making them look at a lot of the shit that they never dealt with. Hence, this energy. Gemini. Six of Pentacles. Somebody is just... They're not sure if they can give to it, but they give to you, but they want to. But there's some sort of comfort. It's very similar to the Leo soap opera, in a way, in a sense that, you're not tied to the Leo, but I'm just mentioning it because it's this energy of somebody who is tied to something, right? That they've got some kind of security on their side. And that has a lot. It's not that it's comfortable to them. It provides it controls them. It has them. It has their ear. It manipulates them. Okay, so they're not sure if they can give to the soulmate connection, but they want to. Okay, Cancer, the hot spot of the connection cycle. You're all honorary Cancers in this cycle, so keep that in mind when I pull a Cancer reading. It's a fucking all signs reading. All right, just specific to this angle. But it's for everybody. The whole cycle is Cancerian themed, which is why we have an exorbitant number of fire sign runners. It's why there's a lot of fire in general, meaning we get the King of Wands a lot, right? And Queen of Wands and shit like that. Well, those kind of people don't like Cancerians. Cancerians want real emotion. They want the real deal. Cancer, water signs in general, but Cancer in particular, is the one sign of the zodiac that has the least number of entitled fuckwits to it. Okay, that's absolutely true. It bookends the 9 of Swords though. 8 Swords. See, why did I say that? Why did I point that out to you? There it is. 8 Swords. Every time I see this with you, with Leo, with any sign. I see someone who's getting in their own way. Somebody here, all of that stuff, the Sesame Street Hierophant, the 1111 portal doing its fucking job. The eclipse did its job. Back last month, Pluto Direct did its job. The 1010 portal did. Everybody's doing their job energetically. In the 3D, your person's not doing their job. They're still worried. There's some kind of fear. What they're thinking and feeling about you is you scare the shit out of them. probably for reasons that I just said before I pulled the card. I don't talk about anything or joke about anything that's not in the energy. These readings are very important, and I take them very seriously. I just read the energy the way I read it. So if I'm funny, it's just because I'm funny. That's all. But it is what it is. Somebody, you scare the shit out of them, and they feel trapped. They're not sure if they can do it. Again, I've got a little of this energy bleeding. It's everybody's person is in 8 swords, and it's not surprising from the pre-shuffle and it being on top of the 11-11 portal right now. What are they thinking and feeling? Well, again, everything's coming up from the depths, and they have to deal with it. They have to. It's hard. I mean, they don't have to. They've got free will to not deal with it, but they have to at least feel it because it's so strong. It's there. So that's okay. We'll see what happens tomorrow in the forward movement department. Pay attention to your last energy update, Cancer. All of you should pay attention to that because that's an all signs reading. Leo, the Leo soap opera. I never look. I'm afraid to look. It's the star. He figures the universe would give me a hard card to read for the Leo soap opera. Well, again, here's this person in the Leo soap opera, whoever it is. They're trapped in a toxic relationship. That's the energy the universe sends me. It sends me the most complicated energy for Leo. Okay? They're trapped. They've lost themselves. This is a person who lost themselves, which we often do in relationships, but they lost themselves in toxin, doing what they're supposed to do, expectations dumped upon them, and then along comes this soulmate, which they manifested in, probably without realizing it, a butt dial manifest. And then they ran from it. They shut down completely. This is the sign angle where the person just shut down completely. And now, in the 11-11 portal, they're naked to the universe. It's the only way I can describe the energy. This is that energy where this person, it's do or die at this point. And we've been here before with this person. It's another do or die moment. It's that story I tell sometimes where someone stole her clothes, right? She was just getting naked for a minute so she didn't get her fancy dress wet, right? Some kids came, took the clothes, right? Maybe took a couple of pictures for YouTube because I have one. It's right here. And then now she got to go up to the house on the hill and got nothing to cover herself with and get some clothes. That's it. They have to deal with it. They're naked to the universe. She's got to do something. Can't stay like that. It's going to get cold later. So that's where we're at. I don't know what they're going to do. We'll have to watch the next Leo soap opera together. Virgo, 10 of Cups. Virgo, the energy around you is just, be careful. Okay, no, I know it's a 10 of Cups, and I'm telling you to be careful. I'm sorry. Just what someone's thinking and feeling about you. Someone's dreaming about you a lot, but that's the answer. Okay, someone's dreaming about you. They know you're the shit. But again, for our story started with this. There's nothing, and you're tied to this energy. There's nothing they can do. That runner has to put. There's something that hurt their ego, and they're just too chicken to get past it. They just don't have the growth. But the energy around you is dreamy as well. Pay attention to your dreams, Virgo. Write them down. Just like I always say, everything I say in these readings is important. It's about the energy. Everything in your dreams is about the energy. Okay? That applies to all of you, by the way. Right now, the energy is very dreamy, but it's particularly strong on the Virgo angle. I don't know why. I don't care why. I just read the energy. That's what it is. I don't care what your horoscope says or whatever. Strong. Pay attention to them. All right? As far as your runner, yeah, they're dreaming about you too. I think they're trying to forget them, though. I think they're trying to put those dreams down. But all bets are off with the 11-11 portal here in November. It's a very spiritual month. Libra, death card. Someone gets, every week, I tell you, I hate doing it, even in your monthly reading, and we talked about this in your November reading, Libra. Every month, or every week, I tell you somebody's coming in, expect communication. And then I say, but, this, and this about the energy. The universe here is giving us an explanation here. Somebody's coming in, comes towards you, and then they chicken out and turn around. And then they come towards you again. Basically, somebody's circling you. This is an energy of circling the wagons. You ever heard that phrase? Circling the wagons, right? You're protecting what's in the middle. They're protecting themselves from something. Or they view it that way. It's an energy of change, but it's a flip-flop energy of change. It's an energy of change with a lot of anxiety around it. It's tied to the Eight of Swords and the Nine of Swords. I'll just tell you that, right? So, you know, that's all I can tell you. We'll have to see what forward movement happens. There's something's about to pop. I just don't know what. As always, something's about to pop. Scorpio, my hot Scorpios. 10 Wands. Man, you're driving somebody crazy. Somebody wants to talk to you. Blue is the throat chakra. It's about speech. It's very hard. I almost combined words there. Did you hear that? Hard. It's heavy and hard at the same time. What I mean by that is it's a burden on their mind to talk to you, and they're hard. Okay? If they're a dude. All right? If they're a girl, well, their underwear is soaked. All that energy is there. You are the hot Scorpios. And I don't know what it is about this person, but this is feedbacking off of this, and this is feedbacking off of this, and the star. They're naked to the universe. It's what I told Leo. There's anxiety, there's fear, but the urge to speak is strong. So somebody might speak up to you. What they're thinking and feeling about you is, I want to hit that shit. I should have called. Maybe there's something that happened. Right, some sort of event in your life or something. You got a new job or what? I don't know. You know, I have no idea. There's this burden that they should have spoken to you at that moment or around that moment, whatever that moment is. It could be anything. Okay, for some of you, that's the case. All right, Sagittarius. That's all. You must be fucking hot. Who are these fucking Scorpios? Scorpios are hot anyway. You know, they're deep. They're the deepest of the water signs. I love Scorpios. I have a lot of friends that are Scorpios. I love talking to them because you can get deep with them. They'll tell you how they feel. Then they'll tell you how they feel. Sometimes maybe too much. It's too deep, too dark, you know. But people always do that with me anyway because they think I can help them. And I probably can. And if I've had enough beers, I usually do. But Sagittarius, 10 Swords. Wow, look at this reading. Guys. Taking it from the pre-shuffle, the moon crossed by the 3 of Cups. And look at the cards. I've got 10 Swords, 10 Wands, Death card, 8 Swords, 9 Swords. Someone here who's got their clothes stolen. God, Jesus, a good thing she cleaned up. Let me tell you. You never know, right? It's the 1111 portal. Welcome to it. Right? It's not going to affect the DF as much as it's going to affect the DM. You guys have been growing. You've been on a spiritual journey. You've been doing your thing. The other side hasn't been putting in the work, and now all it's coming up. And I say putting in the work. I used that analogy earlier about the 8 of Pentacles that was underneath the 3 of Cups in the pre-shuffle, which I didn't bother showing, but now I probably should have based on this energy here. Now they have to put in the work. They didn't before. Why would someone walk up to their desk and drop a pile of files? All those files are shit that they never looked at, that they never did, that they were supposed to do. And the order that comes with it is take a look at these and take care of them and sort them. Otherwise, you're fucking fired. Right? And that's kind of what's happening here. This is the 1111 portal. Now, on the Sagittarius angle, okay, you've got something that's going to feel dead because this card is tied to this card. In fact, they even look the same. If you look at the coloring on the cards. This card is only feedbacking off of Aries. I got a lot of fire here. I got a lot of fire of somebody freaking out that they're going to lose a chance with you or something. There's some kind, or on the flip of that energy, it could be you worried that something's going to go away because it's been silent or you haven't heard from it in a while. In either case, you're fucking wrong or they're fucking wrong. Okay, I'm going to say that something's about to pop here. I don't know what, because I'm not clarifying. We'll find out tomorrow in the Forward Movement weekly reading. But what someone's thinking and feeling about you is a great loss. There's some sort of great loss. And I don't know who this energy belongs to. Okay, I don't. That's weird. It's weird energy. I don't know who this energy belongs to. It's probably the runner soulmate for most of you. But for some of you, it seems interdimensional. It's the only way I can describe it. It's a weird taste. It's like if I'm to describe interdimensional energy to you and the way it's kind of the way it sort of translates, the way it feels, in case some of you pick up on energy too. It's a bit like you've eaten regular fruit your whole life. You eat bananas, oranges, and apples, and that's what's in your fruit bowl. And it's that moment where you try, somebody puts something else in there, like a dragon fruit or something like that, and you try something exotic for it's exotic energy. It's different than what is normally consumed. Okay, so I don't know. I don't. Capricorn could be anything, but for most of you, it's a runner soulmate, and it proves that you have a very deep connection. Capricorn, better than popcorn. Capricorn, Jesus, yeah, that doesn't surprise me. I think I just pulled Jesus, actually. It's the angel, it's temperance. Jesus, what's thinking and feeling about you? I mean, I could be tacky and say, you're their angel. Yeah, isn't that an Aerosmith song? You're my angel. Yeah, right. Well, listen to that Aerosmith song, You're My Angel. Okay, it's something about those lyrics are going to matter to you. But somebody's coming to their senses and is likely, you have a very strong, they're realizing under this 1111 Sesame Street portal energy, that the Sesame Street Hierophant energy, that they need to do something here. Or if they've already reached out better. Open up more. Okay? The energy around them is very balanced. Aquarius. 5 Swords. I kind of almost expected that with this reading. As far as a runner goes, not unlike Virgo, with you I often get a split read. On the runner's side, somebody here is being forced to look at how they fucked up. How they never told you how they felt. And again, it's just on a higher level than normal here. And somebody here is pretending it doesn't matter. They may drink it away, right? They may drink it away. I always get with Aquarius the strongest energy of their soulmate being some sort of raging alcoholic or someone who drinks away their problems. I don't know if it's drugs or not. It can be, or they might be on some kind of medications. I don't know. That's possible. That reads the same way, right? The same frequency of energy plays out differently in different situations. So I can tell if somebody's on medication or if they're drinking if I read them, but I can't tell specifically what. You know, it is what it is. I'd have to study the energies of each medication and each brand of alcohol. I mean, I'm not interested in getting that deep into things. I don't have that kind of processing power. But somebody here is just trying to forget it. You know, even though these 8 Swords and 9 Swords and 10 Swords, this is you right here. It's like that. As far as your energy goes, be careful, and this is a strange thing to say for the 5 of Swords, and this applies to all of you. Be careful you don't get cocky in this energy. We talked about that before. Didn't we have a reading with a 9 of Cups that was at the bottom card? You guys know my readings better than I do because I wash them. Something about not getting cocky, not letting the energy of right now go to your head. There's a lot of auspicious things happening in the sky, shall we say, okay? And we're right in the middle of it. And it's a time when there's a lot of dreaminess that's about to roll in over the weekend, really, and all of that. And try not to let it go to your head. Things might go your way. You sabotage the energy if you do that, okay? You self-sabotage the energy. You're selling it short. All right, take the long view. Pisces. Our story began with, well, this character. Oh my God. For reasons we've already explained. I'm pulling this on top of the 1111 portal. It's all coming up from the depths, all of it. And it's flowing with that 3 of Cups crossing the moon in the pre-shuffle. Where's our book end? You heard me recite ebook, the intro. Where do you think it is? I love it. I should do an ebook again. I should. Our story here. Never mind. It's a fucking tower. Hey, listen. You can't make this shit up. You really can't. All it's saying for all of you as a read here, as an all signs exploded on the table, is this, all this stuff coming up from the depths, all of it, is going to result in this. No matter what happens, whether they decide to brush it off, drink it away, whatever it is, okay? Just, you know, she going to get up and have some whiskey so she can get to sleep and then go to sleep. It's a she on the card. Your person can be a dude. And just forget it. Then it lands in a tower. And I'll explain the tower in a moment. Or if they get up out of bed and come and reach out to you, it's a tower. In that case, the tower is a surprise. It's a teardown. It's someone here who springs into action because of this energy, jumps out the window on fire to try to fix this, because they can't get away from these feelings, right? On the flip side of that, where she just gets up and has whiskey and brushes it off, it's a tower for them because it leaves them no options. It leaves them no choices. The tower is coming down no matter what. The tower coming down is a chance to rebuild on solid ground. But the tower is coming down no matter what. So they best come towards you. If they don't come towards you, the tower comes down and they have to rebuild without you, which means this feeling of anxiety remains all through it, underlayering it, right? Underlayering it. It's a bit like how you could be real excited to buy a house or something like that. You got your dream house. There it is. And on moving day, some kids drive by and shoot your house up for no reason. I mean, just like some kind of random drive-by, right? While you're out there moving it, while moving all the stuff in, you were just excited 5 minutes before. There's always going to be anxiety around that house from that moment on. Even if that was just a random fluke thing that never happens in that area, that house is tainted with this. So that's the easiest way I can explain the energy. The tower here for you, Pisces, is get ready for it. You're always tied, welded to Leo over here. This is a star and a tower. Okay? And what's interesting is the tower, you don't get a star without a tower. The tower happens before the star. So somebody here, what they're thinking and feeling about you, just picture these people on fire jumping out the window. Okay? Somebody's about to show up for you. Whether it's somebody new or a runner, I can't say. I can tell you it's a soulmate. Okay? That's what I can tell you. And it's a very powerful one. So, it is what it is. Listen, you're part of a soulmate cycle. Let me explain something to all of you, because it's still not clear to some people. Think of it like a bus route. The bus goes from city A to city B. In between on its trip, a cycle is 12 years long. Okay, so city A and city B are 12 years apart. Now, the cycle, give or take 12 years, there's no time in the energy. Anyway, the bus goes along, and as it goes, it makes stops along the way. People get off the bus, and people get on the bus, right? And then they keep going. At those stops, if you're staying on the bus, right, you can choose to get off anytime you want, but if you stay on the bus, at each stop that bus makes, a potential new soulmate gets on. It doesn't have to be your runner. You might be waiting, I'm going to ride this bus route because I'm waiting to see where I'm waiting for this one person to get on the bus, so I'm going to ride this bus route. But you might be pleasantly surprised and forget all about that person along the way, along the journey, when somebody even hotter and better gets on the bus at a certain stop along the way. That happens all the time. But as a whole, none of you are stuck in the soulmate cycle for 12 years, for the full 12 years. Most people are in for about two years. They get off and they meet and they move their life in new directions. They've learned their lessons, hopefully, and move their life in new directions and meet other people. And they get on another bus line, right? Another cycle, because everything is cycles. Everything is energy, and energy is cycles. So there's cycles everywhere. Everything is a cycle. You know, if you change direction, you're in a new energy, and within that new energy is a new cycle of some kind. So, anyway, that's your reading. I'm going to clarify. I'm going to not clarify, but I'm going to have the universe add all this up. This should be interesting. Let's see where we go. So you're never stuck in this. It's actually a blessing to be in it. Look at what's happening. Look at what you did to somebody. All right? Aside from the fact you stole their clothes, but look at what you did for somebody. You're making them really look at themselves. You should feel good about that. This should give you some self-worth just looking at this, right? It really should. Look at the four corners of this reading. The corners are important. These cards cross each other. I'll tell you that. But the corners are very important. Just look at the corners. 9 swords, 8 swords, 10 swords, and the tower. Okay? So you got people that are inclined to go backwards. Basically, it reads like this if I were to read the corners. 9 swords, right? Someone's in anxiety. They wake up. I love them. right? But then they get scared. They go backwards, right? They want to run away. They make excuses. 8 swords. Then they realize it's over. And then they show up. They come back again. Then they have a complete breakdown. It's exactly this. These 4 corners are exactly the 1111 portal. The effect it's having on them. Because I asked what they're thinking and feeling. That's what they're thinking and feeling. All of your people. In some capacity. All right? And it's very important to understand. To have that kind of effect on somebody. Right? It's akin to what people like me have an effect on people. Right? Some of you have said, and I don't take any credit for it, I'm just me being me. Some of you have said, I've changed your life, or I've helped you in some way. Yeah. Well, you've done that for this person. And that's gonna, if you have gratitude for that, that will bring you amazing things. That your vibration goes up by default. It's up to you whether you want to take advantage of that or not. All right, let's see where we go. Doubting it just hinders it. And don't get cocky. All right, give me 3 cards, universe, and a crossing card. 3 cards and a bottom card. Add all this up. Add it all up. Give me a title for this fucking reading. Let's go. Okay. See what the witches have to say, shall we? I see the bottom. You want to see the bottom card? Crossing the center card? It's a fucking devil. Yeah. Yeah. But it's lit up, isn't it? I got an angel on the table. That cancels out devil. That's the light right there. Temperance. That's the light. Coming in and showing them the devil. What's on top? 4 wands. What's the devil crossing? 4 pentacles, yeah. And what's red with the 4 wands? The King of Pentacles. Everybody here is realizing that they've been held back. This is the 1111 fucking portal. What you've taught this person is that they've been living their life all wrong. They got love all wrong. Now the Sesame Street Hierophant with all his little Sesame Street Muppets are acting it out for them and showing them that they've been held back in life, holding on to pentacles, my miser energy here, and it's toxic. The environment around them is toxic. And they put their faith in the wrong thing. It's really showing them, you know, really showing them what they've done. The 4 of Wands red with the King of Pentacles, somebody wants something new, they want it better. This is a really loved king. This is not, he's, you know, the King of Wands is rich too, you know, very wealthy, but he an asshole. He sees wealth as power, right? Now money is a neutral energy. There's 2 main core ways to look at it. You either see it as power or you see it as freedom. All right? King of Wands sees it as power. Okay, for example. Or, you know. The King of Pentacles sees it as freedom. All right? Somebody here, and that's a freedom energy around that. That's someone who got it wrong. They've been living their life all wrong, in fear, holding back, not opening up, being shut down. Now the light is coming in. They've seen the light. And we got 4 wands here, doing it right. 4 wands is the pathway, the highway to the 10 of Pentacles. It's doing it right. It's a happy new beginning, but it's real. It's stable. 4 represents stability, right? A real King of Pentacles is what they're after, rather than the King of Wands, which would normally show up for them. So, then that's why we've got our 4 corners here, just like I described it. And that is your reading. And you want to know something? I took a peek what's under the devil. And I just, in case, fuck it. I'm just going to show you. It's the Hierophant. I mean, come on. It's the angel. It's the Sesame Street Hierophant coming through to show them that, I mean, it's just, you can't make this shit up. You just can't. It's just amazing. This energy is like butter to read. It really is. I didn't even need an Advil today. Maybe I won't need one tomorrow either for that huge weekly reading. Which, by the way, the week coming up is the 13th through the, the 19th. It's everything. It's post-1111 portal. It's post-eclipse. It's a lead up to a new moon, which is energized by Jupiter, of all fucking things. Right on top of Jupiter going direct. Listen, it's the lead-up week. It should be, when I pull the weekly reading tomorrow, when I see what actions they're likely to take, which way the wind is blowing, we should see some action on this, because we see here they get anxious, then they get scared, then they realize it's over, and then they do something. This tower leads me into tomorrow's weekly reading. So keep that in mind. Again, I like to give you transparency into the readings. I want you to understand why I'm reading things the way I am and how it plays out. You know, how these cards and why these cards are done the way they're done and all of that. Either way. Just enjoy the reading and let me get the headache, like I said. But that's how it kind of flows through. That said, that's your reading. I hope it was helpful. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, and everybody who watches. Stay tuned for the weekly reading tomorrow. It's going to be interesting for sure. Good luck.